Hey, identity crises.
If you cried in the school bathroom this week,
Honestly,
same.
What are we talking about today?
So today we are going to be talking about feelings, and with a little side quest subset of tying it all back to relationships at this age, because apparently we love to talk about that here. But I do want to introduce to you guys our two guests. One of them you all know and love, the infamous Bethany.
Hey guys.
And we are adding a new addition to this podcast, my mother, Miss Margarita.
Rock on!
Yes, she's super excited to be here.
Woohoo!
So I'm going to pass it over to Bethany, and she's going to give you our 4 main points that we are going to hopefully
We're being
hit.
organized this time.
Yes, so we have organized this conversation into 4 points. We're going to talk about general feelings, relationship feelings, conflict and tough emotions, and self-reflection feelings.
Yep. All right.
We're basically just going to be questioning Miss Margarita.
And we're going to start off with general feelings.
Yep.
So why don't you pick one of those questions on there?
Yep, because
And-
ChatGPT is our best friend. We're not going to pretend like we're coming up with this.
Honestly, I do come up with some of it, but ChatGPT kind of helps me out a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask you this first. What emotion do you feel that most people feel most often?
Most often, I really think that people are feeling fear. They're scared.
Agreed.
Amen, sister.
Yes, most people are scared. And it's just like different times. Like, it's not like you're scary movie scared, but just scared in general. Like, I don't know what's coming next, or I don't know what he's going to say. I don't know what she's going to say. Like, oh my gosh, like, what's that test? Like, oh my gosh, what's in that locker? Like, I saw something move. And like different things like that. Just, it's fear. It's scared. Being scared.
Yeah, I agree with
agree.
that.
I do
Yes.
agree. Do you feel that people's anxiety and depression plays a lot into the whole feelings thing?
Oh my
a lot?
gosh. My gosh, yes, absolutely. Because anxiety, what really is anxiety? Anxiety is fear out of control. Anxiety is looping all the time. And it's like, it's not like you can control it. Like, I don't want to say that somebody who has anxiety, I don't want to say that, nobody's faking it. Like, you don't fake anxiety, but it's looping. Anxiety is really just looping fear. It's just looping. It's going in this loop and nothing's interrupting it. So I think what could help anxiety, what was the other part? Anxiety and what?
Depression.
And depression. Okay. So, and a lot of the time it's like they go hand in hand, but like anxiety, you need to interrupt it because it's a loop. It's just going, it's like circling. It's a loop of all these different fears. And what you really need to do when that happens is pay attention to what you're saying inside yourself, right? Because feelings are a physical response to like a narrative that's playing in your head. And so you really need to like find out, okay, like, and I like to talk about, you put your hands on your body. So I put one hand on my chest and one hand just like slightly like above my stomach, like right bit underneath my like collarbone, like not my collarbone, but my, what do you call this? The sternum. Mm-hmm. And I just take deep breaths. Okay, what am I really feeling? Like, what am I saying to myself? Mm-hmm. And like, you've just give yourself a chance to answer the question. And that in and of itself is an interrupter. It'll interrupt that loop that's going on. And over time, if you can keep doing that, like over a long enough period of time, for some people it's 2-3 weeks and for others it's 2-3 months, but eventually your body will learn to trust you as your conscious self, your aware self. Your body will learn to trust you, and then you could probably close down that loop a little closer. It doesn't spiral out. You can grab a hold of it a lot sooner. You can recognize it. You can talk to yourself and just like, hey, I understand this is scary. Like I really wanted a good grade on that paper, but it's like, it's okay if it's not an A. It's all right. It's like, I'm still going to graduate high school. I'm still going to move forward in life. I'm still going to be successful. No one's going to ask me about what grade I got
Lucy.
on my test in,
No.
in 10th grade. So it's like those things. And then eventually if you can get into that habit, your body will begin to relax and trust you.
Yeah, good
That's
point.
Yeah.
perfect
So
point.
Wait. Let me say something.
I'm sorry.
Gosh. Yes, no, I've started to do that because of reading that book. How do you say it?
Magnetic Femininity.
Yes, thank you.
It's a very good book, and I don't
Yes.
have the author's name right now, but I'll look it up while you're talking.
I think it's Ali Duzette, something like that.
Yes, Ali Duzette. That's
Yeah.
correct.
But I've started to do that because I have really bad anxiety. So I do that. And honestly, it is helping. So we're gonna get in the system of it, and it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is one feeling you struggle to put into words, and is it hard for you to express that feeling?
For me personally? Oh, wow. If it's, okay, a feeling that's hard. Read it again.
What's like one feeling that you feel is hard to put into words, and then do you find it hard to express that feeling?
Oh my gosh, that's a really good question. I'm trying to think, because I can recognize fear, sadness. I can recognize
Anxiety.
Well, anxiety, I kind of loop that in with fear, and I know the feeling of joy, and okay, like there's certain aspects to joy, like deep enjoyment, like joy is like happiness, but it's more than happiness, because it's just like you don't have to have everything perfect around you to feel joy, right. But like I would say enjoyment, and it's just basically watching the three of you actually do your thing and be friends, and I feel this like warm fuzziness right in my chest, like close to my heart, and it's just like what am I really feeling? It's enjoyment. I'm enjoying watching the three of you do what you do, and connecting and giggling and laughing and creating and just being
This audio has been redacted.
girls. And so
H drop.
oh, was I not supposed to do that? I'm so
That's
sorry.
fine.
But
It would
yes.
happen at some point. It's fine.
I'm sorry, but young ladies, did I say the wrong name?
No,
No,
I think
she
I did.
did.
It's fine. Go on.
Oh, okay. But enjoyment. I think that it takes me a little bit of time to recognize that feeling. And then, once I recognize it, then I'm just like kind of digging into it a little bit.
All right, nice.
All right.
So we're moving into the next main point?
Yes.
I get to read
Toss
it.
to Penelope.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to talk about relationship feelings, guys. This is the one we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see here.
We have very
I
different.
combined.
I'm going to have to remember to way back. Way back.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is the most romantic? This is just like a fun question.
She's better at coming up with questions.
What's
she
the
can find.
most romantic gesture anyone's ever done for you?
Aww, that's so sweet. I know exactly the story. There's a picture. Yeah. So Daddy, my husband, he when we first met, this is like 20 years ago, and he planned a whole day out at the beach, like this public park, like it was like a state park, but it's a beach, so it's not like all touristy and stuff. And he packed this picnic, and it had all these things in it, and some little wine bottles, and he didn't know it because he didn't really know me then, but he packed crab legs and chocolate dipped strawberries, and he didn't know, like I love that. And
That is so
And then
thoughtful.
along the way, like he carried the bag, or like the little picnic basket, and we were walking from the area where you park, and he walked over to it was a pretty long walk, but we met at the gym, so it was not a big deal to walk that far. But along the way, he would stop and take my picture and just be like, do this, and here's this flower. So he just made me feel very beautiful and just very like he paid a lot of attention to me. And that was just a great day. And then he timed it so that we could see the sunset. So it was just really cool. And then he pulled out then he pulled out the crab legs that he had on ice, and the strawberries, the chocolate dipped strawberries, and the little wine glasses. It was really sweet, and we still have those pictures. But that was just really romantic.
Yeah.
So.
Nobody's ever made me chocolate
Okay,
strawberry.
I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm gonna talk to your man and tell him to make you
listen.
some.
Here's the other thing: how I was 28
Yeah, she was old.
years old when that happened, and
There's no way you're over 40. There's no way.
And then eventually I married him, but he was,
that's what I'm
Tim
saying.
was 17 years older than me.
She's still
so
in her 20s.
He was a grown man, and I was 28 years old. So it's different, right? He could drive and had his own money, and I could drive and have my own money too. It's just like, so it's
different.
It's a little different.
I feel like with the people that Bethany over here chooses, like they don't take the time to give her attention. Like even if they don't have the money or the means to do those. Sorry for the whispering, guys. Lucy and Bethany were fighting over who gets asked the next question. I don't understand why they can't just. Anyway, sorry. making me add a voice recording out of my time, out of my day because of their antics. But anyway, enjoy the rest of the podcast. Love you. Things like they would still try and do what they could.
Yeah.
They're not.
Yeah, it's going to be a little different at your guys' age.
sure,
It's going to be a little different. And then, you can, right, and like the masculine, like boys, of course, boys like girls. I mean, girls are beautiful. We're all so beautiful. I mean, like, look at me. I mean, I'm almost 50, but I'm amazing.
No, you're not. There's no way. There's no way.
But
I was thinking more like 32.
Yeah,
maybe lower.
But boys love girls. Boys think girls are beautiful, and boys.
So where are these boys at?
and that's the thing too, because girls get kind of crazy, right? And who likes a crazy girl? I mean,
Well, he liked me, so
yeah. But see, and that's the thing. Like girls, like as women, like it's hard in our environment today. It's because we don't really see good examples of what I'm talking about, and really, what do boys, what do men, what does the masculine that is very much a part of our world, what do they like, what are they attracted to? And it's basically it's the feminine, it's girls, it's women, but it's like soft and calm and relaxed and engaging and but it's just relax. I'm not saying change who you are as a person. No, I'm not saying that, but I am saying learn. We need to learn how to relax. And when you can do that as a girl, like all kinds of men, boys will want to be around you. And so at your age, it's going to be boys, and they're going to want to carry your backpack or bring you a snack from home, or
they can carry my Stanley.
Yeah, or they can buy,
both of those things for me.
No, because this one's over here bringing him stuff to school.
Yeah,
like
so that's the wrong way, Penelope.
Like I bought somebody a Red Bull, and I regret every minute of that because number one, it was my favorite flavor. Number two, we got together like 3 days later, and then he broke up with me the next day.
The only reason I brought anything is because I was there. And I had already gotten it, and then I realized, wait, I don't want this. And I was like,
okay, that's different.
Yeah, no, you didn't, because it was not that way, because you don't like Chick-fil-A.
I don't, but we were there because
so she ordered a sweet tea, you realized, I actually don't want this, and gave it to him.
I feel like she had some intentions behind that.
Because we had leftovers.
And you also gave one to me and Julian.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not me, so it's fine.
You don't sit with us.
You don't do this.
Bethany.
That's fine.
Go French.
Anyway, moving on.
So the masculine likes to give, and the feminine is receiving. So we got to practice receiving. We receive compliments. We receive positive,
creepy white roses,
healthy
Who
energy.
did that? Who gave creepy white roses in a car?
Oh, yeah.
Who did that?
The car repairman.
Yeah, mechanic.
I'd have looked at him and I would have been like,
I love that for him.
Yeah, well, he didn't stick around. He just let me find it.
I thought, at first I saw it and immediately thought President Snow from Hunger Games. And was like, please no.
LOL.
But yeah, so it's just,
that was kind of cute though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
kind of cute.
That was nice. But anyway, what's your next question?
Okay, next question. Have you ever been through a really hard breakup, and how did you move past those feelings?
Oh, yes, she did.
Maybe this is not the best.
Oh, man. So I'm going back. Right. Okay. So like, jeepers creepers. So let's go back to high school, right? When I was in high school, this was a really long time ago. So
wasn't that long because you're like 32.
Yeah,
that's right. I forgot. That's right. So I had a best friend, and his name was, can I say his name? Is okay? So his name was Jeff, and we were best friends for.
This audio has been redacted. I swear, Bethany, if you say one more name, I'm actually going to come through the screen and hurt you, okay?
Oh, no. Don't say that. Oh, no.
She can cut that out.
She really just said she can cut that out. Dude, do you know how long it takes me to edit these flippin' videos? Do you? Do you really? You want to switch jobs? Instead of just being a feature where all you have to do is talk? You want to switch? I didn't think so.
Oh, anyway.
I make my job hard.
So anyway, Jeff and I were best friends for 9th grade, 10th grade, and 11th grade, and then we started dating, like at the tail end of our 11th grade, and then but then summertime, and so
Did he ask you out or did you ask him out?
he asked me out, and
Okay.
yeah,
Standards.
and yeah, but it was just very organic. It just kind of like evolved into that. Just we were best friends, and then we dated the first part of senior year, and then we had a big falling out, and it was just kind of like I can't even remember what it was, but basically, we were mad at each other, but then because we used to write poems a lot, like a lot of poetry, a lot of we used to write a lot. So, like his dream was to write the greatest American novel. That was his.
Well, did he?
No, he was
Not yet.
he was a very good writer, though, very good writer. So, but anyway, I just remember just the breakup, and then you're just like,
Why did you guys break up? Did he cheat?
I can't remember. No, he didn't cheat. I don't remember exactly why. But we ended up, for several weeks not talking, and then that was like this doesn't feel good, and then we just ended up just being friends again, but just like, what, this is better for us, just being friends. And then, prom, and he said, well, if you don't end up with a date for prom, then if I don't get a date for prom, you'll be my date. And I'm like, okay, well, if I don't get asked to go to prom, then you'll be my date. So it ended up we went to prom together, but we were just really good friends at the end there. And it's just like, just recognizing that, I mean, we didn't work out as dating, but we're really good friends. So it was healthy, but it was kind of tough and traumatic, and lots of things happened. But in the end, like we just, we came back to friendship.
Are you friends with him on Facebook?
No. Oh, no, it's really sad because Jeffrey passed away in 2019.
May he rest in peace.
Yes, may he rest in peace. He was a good guy, really good guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
well.
Next question.
Well, that was
Trying
sad.
to be so
lighter
depressing anymore.
Yeah.
That was heartbreaking.
Oh, hey Bethany. Let somebody else do the question.
She's really good at the questions, though.
Yeah, I'm
We're
good at
we're
questions.
moving sections to conflict and tough emotions. Okay.
Ooh, I like this.
So, how do you usually what's a good way to react, when you're hurt or upset?
Take your time, slow down, stop, just slow down. Do your very best not to
Excuse
react
me.
in the moment. If you're upset, you need a break.
Yeah.
You need to walk away. You need a moment. You need a break. You need time to breathe deeply. You need time to kind of calm down, slow your thoughts, and then just and ask yourself those questions why am I so upset right now? And get clarity, because I mean it's not, I'm not saying it's not valid for you to be upset, but let's just remember whoever it is that you're with or upset with, you were in relationships, so you're friends or something, and you don't you really just want to give the benefit of the doubt, and you want to honor yourself too, honor the friendship, but then also behave in a way that you can feel good about later.
Right.
You don't want to behave in a way that you're just utterly horrified and embarrassed later.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right, Penelope.
Speaks to me.
What do you...
Wait, no. Shh.
Let her speak. Let her cook.
No. Okay, as someone who struggles with communication severely, what's the hardest emotion for you to communicate?
We already did that.
Share. No, we didn't.
Yeah, no, we didn't. In a confrontational situation. Okay, so Lucy knows this about me. I don't lie to me. What's hard for me in a conflict, tough situation, it's being lied to, and I know I'm being lied to, and that's every time. It's just
that mother's
I feel that too.
Yeah.
I'm very good with people. When I know that I'm being lied to, I will look at them a certain way.
Do you?
No, I really do. I honestly do. There's and if I don't feel it right away, I'll feel it about 30 minutes later.
fair. But that's what when I know that you're lying to me, something flares up like fire, flame and hot inside, and I just
That's your gift. You just know.
Yeah, I just know, especially if I know you. Like, I know my kids.
You better not lie.
I know a lot of people well because that's one of my things. That's what I do. I connect with people deeply. And so that is the hardest for me when I get that trigger, when it flips the switch like that. It's really hard for me to kind of like control or to communicate, because sometimes you can't just say you're lying to me, like with my kids I can just look at them and be like, listen, like, well,
Lucy,
it's a little bit,
I know you didn't do the dishes last night.
I know that you
This audio has been redacted.
Bethany!
Bro, I'm literally about to quit.
yeah, exactly. But it's just like, and it's just recognizing that in yourself. And so with my kids, what I tell them is like, hey guys, you guys know me. I'm an easy person to get along with, and you know what sets me off. So here's the deal. If you tell me ahead of time before I find out, the conversation goes 1,000 times better.
Yeah.
Don't try to hide it. Don't lie to me. Let's just talk about it. And, I say that a lot at work. It's just like, we should be able to talk about it. Like, one of my favorite stories is Lucy, and it was the iPad, right? Yeah, you want to share that story?
So, me and my siblings have had iPads for quite a while.
They're iPad kids. We love it.
Be quiet.
Oh, you tell them.
So we had iPads, and whatever. That's great. So I was, walking by the TV stand. Okay, I was just trying to walk around, I guess. I don't remember what I was trying to do, but I had my iPad in my hand, and I dropped it. And I
was on the
tried
phone with you, weren't you? Weren't I? Or is this a different situation?
I think it was different. I was on the
You've broken your iPad so many times.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you
it was
have.
only a couple times. Anyways,
Harper stepped on it once.
Harper stepped on it once.
Context: my sister Harper stepped on Lucy's iPad one time while she was over at my house.
Anyways, that's besides the point.
I would have beat somebody for that. Okay.
So, no, but her dad bought me a new one, so it's fine. Anyways, so I dropped the iPad, and I was trying to catch it because I didn't want to break it because I knew this one, pointing at mom, would be a little bit upset. So, but I pushed it against the what's it called?
Furniture,
the TV stand,
the
the
TV
furniture
stand.
with my leg, and it hit the corner of it, and it just went like
I was on
around
the phone with you. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
'Cause I
So
was
the
like,
TV
what
stand
the-
broke.
No, the iPad broke. I pushed the screen against the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
And
she
it-
was trying to catch it, and
Yeah.
then in the act of trying to catch it, it broke the screen.
Yeah. So I should have just let it fall, but that's besides the point. So I was on the phone with Penelope when that happened. So I was like, all right, Penelope, I broke the iPad. I gotta go. So I hung up on Penelope, and then I went to message your kids, what I used to call mom at that time. And I called her immediately. I was like, Mom, I dropped the iPad. I tried to catch it. It went against the wall. It's broken. And then she was like, okay.
Well, and actually, I was like, oh man, like I was able to join Lucy in that, like, oh my gosh, like that changes everything. Like my whole life is on that iPad. Yeah, and like, what's the alternative?
And you could have that mother-daughter moment.
Yeah, and then just be like, okay, now let's try to solve the problem, right? Because now we have a problem, and I want you guys, and that's the thing. Like, as your mom, and most parents, I would think that's the same. I want what's best for you. Even at work, what I do for a living at work, it's like I really want what's best for each and every employee of my employer. And I really want what's best for each and every one of my children and their friends. And it's just like, oh man, that's just awful. Like, let's try to solve this problem, and what can we do? And we ended up finding a place that changed out the screen.
Yeah.
And whatever. And in other times when devices got broken or lost or whatever, we just replaced it. But that's the thing, like my kids got into the habit of telling me right away.
Right.
And when we're working together, like, I don't know, I am calmer. I'm able to just be like, remember what I really want to accomplish.
Why are we laughing?
Good.
The dog stinks, that's why.
Oh, because I made that face when you walked by.
Anyways.
Why does he smell? What did he do? Did he get in?
He gets hot outside and it like steams up his yuckiness.
That's besides the point. Anyways, communication is key.
I feel like when, like, the parents, like, because this is something I've noticed with different parents, like with different step parents I've had, and like this is something I have with my mom that I don't really have with any of my parents. When you automatically create a safe space to talk about things, and then you have the sorry guys, I feel like if they would just create like a safer space more often, then kids wouldn't feel the need to lie. And I think the whole lying thing starts because they're afraid of what the reaction is going to be. And they get so caught up in what the reaction is going to be.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and I sometimes worry about what the reaction is going to be because sometimes you're very unpredictable. You got to time it in the day. You got to time it in the day.
It's not unpredictable. You guys know me, right?
Well,
what time is it?
It's the time, and then also what's happened at work. Because if you come in, you're like all mad. I'm like, okay, not today, not right now. And then sometimes you're like, oh, work was so great. And then boom. But I'm always worried about the reaction. And then I come to you and talk to you, and then it's always the same. Like, oh, okay, let's have a conversation.
So it's always the same.
Yeah. But it's nothing. Yeah, it's just something I feel like most kids worry about. Is like, oh no, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. Even though every experience you had is the complete opposite of your expectation.
Yeah. And we all know, Miss Margarita is done at 8 p.m. Like
we have 15 minutes, guys.
Yeah, I run into the wall and I'm a different person.
Unless she doesn't notice the time passing.
That is very true. Unless I don't know what time it is, and then it's just
nobody tell her what time.
She checks the time. Oh, it's 12. I'm going to bed.
Yeah. So.
Yes. Okay, so
our last section.
This is.
Oh wait, no.
Oh, we have one more question.
No, let's just go to love.
Okay.
Yeah.
So self-reflection feelings.
So we're tying a bow up.
Okay. What is one feeling that you have that people in your life understood about you more? Like at work, at home.
What do I want them to understand about me more?
Yeah, like what feelings about you do you like want them?
Wait. So like,
sorry.
What's a feeling that you wish people would understand?
Yeah, but about like what feeling?
Read it again.
What's one feeling you wish people understood about you? Like at work, at home.
I haven't answered that, but I'll go.
Ooh.
For you or for hers?
Why don't you answer it while I think?
Yeah.
So for me, I think it's hard for both of us, I guess. It's definitely hard for people to understand the type of grief we feel. And concerning my father passed away recently. And it's hard for people to understand why we're not always so depressed. Like, how could you bounce back so quick? It's because, like you were talking about, it's because we were constantly grieving because of all the things that were going on.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, because it's like grief is so different from family to family, from person to person. Yeah. And so, what do you see on TV and what do you read in books? You read about the real dramatic grief and the destructive grief and the highly volatile emotional grief. And so, yeah, that definitely is real, but it's not all a universal reaction. That's not a universal grief response, right? And then for our family, like we have been slowly grieving. Tim was sick for a really long time. He was, diagnosed for 12 years, and for the last 8 years, it just progressively got worse over time, and it just seems like it just took off,
it was kind of never ending.
It was never ending, constantly evolving and changing. And, as a family, what's my goal as a mom, right? And as a wife, I want to keep my family together as best I can, right? Because that's a core value for me, is integrity and just love. I love Tim. I love my children. And this situation sucks really bad, but we can find, we can be grateful for what we have. We can express gratitude. We can talk about our feelings, having a safe place. Like, did I do it perfectly? No. But I think that me and my kids, and even like my stepson, Seattle, shout out to Seattle and Pierce and Bonnie.
Hi guys.
But they were a really big part of this process with us too. And like the bond and connection that we all have now, I think is because, and that's the thing, you don't have to do it perfectly.
No,
you don't
because nobody's going to grieve perfectly. Yeah. There's no right way to do it.
Well, and then the other thing too is just life in general. You don't have to do life perfectly. perfectly. You don't have to do emotions perfectly. You just have to have integrity, just listen to your body. And like what I felt through that whole process was like, how do I honor Tim? And how do I keep my kids in a healthy place? Well, you talk about your feelings. You do the very best you can. You explain as much as you can, given the different ages. You ask for help. Like Pierce came out so much, but and then we all knew that Tim was not. He was. Oh man, I know that if he was in his right mind, he would have hated all of that. He would have been just destroyed. He would have wanted it to end. You know what I mean?
Did he have Alzheimer's?
He had dementia. He had Parkinson's and the Lewy. Yes, exactly.
Right.
Parkinson's-induced dementia because the Lewy body's built up in his brain.
That's how it is with my grandpa. He has dementia. He got
Dementia.
diagnosed 3 years ago. But you see the progression, especially like
sure.
when you live with them, and then they start to not remember certain things, and
Yeah.
they start to not know how to do things, and they lose their independency. They can't drive anymore.
They get
'cause
upset.
They don't know how to get home.
They're mad. They
Get mad easily. They'll throw things, and then they won't even remember doing it.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. But you remember, but it's hard because they don't remember.
Yeah, and it's like you really can't talk to them like you used to talk to them because it's like it's a disease. This is what's happening.
Like, it's honestly, most of the time, it's really not their fault because they don't even know
Correct,
what's
exactly,
happening.
yeah.
And
And so there's a lot of times where I was just like, okay, this isn't really Tim. Like this is not his fault. I just have to engage this moment right now in the best way that I can, where everybody is safe and honored. Even though sometimes I was pretty very hard. Very hard line, just unbending. I was very firm. I was very rigid. But in all of that, like, I mean, what's the end goal? To keep everybody safe, alive, and healthy, as healthy as possible given the situation. And I think like, my kids watching me do that, us grieving the whole time, and then because of our faith, we know that Tim's in heaven. He's with Jesus Christ, and he's healed. Like, he doesn't have any problems anymore. No. He's in a much better place, and we're celebrating that. Like, that's a blessing. And yes, is it sad? This whole thing is sad. Like,
of course you guys miss him. Of course you guys think about everything.
And life could have been so different had he never gotten sick. Right. Like, he was an amazing man, and just so smart and funny and just loud and out there, and just there were so many amazing things about Tim that life could have been very different. But this is what happened. But we can still honor the wholeness of it. And then for our grief, it's like there's so many times, like, yes, we laugh, we cry sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's like we know he's in a better place.
Off. And at the end of the day, you have to remember it was God's plan. God always has a reason for doing things, and his plan and his reason is better than yours.
And part of like this, what I think God was doing, he was weaving us so tightly close together.
Yeah, for sure.
The Florida Martins, that's us here, and then the Seattle Martins, which is Pierce, his wife, and their children, and then his wife's family too. Like we're it's like knitted together, and God did that with this situation, and I am so grateful for that. Like I love them. I feel like they're my family, and like I even told Pierce, it's like, I know I'm not your mom, but I love you like my son. Like, you're such a great kid, and I love him. I love his wife. I love those little boys that they have. I love her family. It's just like they feel like family, and I like that was an act of God.
And that's like another thing. That's like, I feel like that was one of you guys' like greatest things that came from that, was that you guys became a family with a step family. And step families are hard. It is really hard, because there's always that line of, okay, how do we become family, even though I wasn't there for these parts of their life? How do we move past that? And like, I think with my mom and her ex-husband, that was always like a thing. And then him like picking his kids over like his wife, obviously, and that always becomes like a battle.
Yeah,
and that's hard, because how are you going to pick your kids versus your wife? And that's tough.
That's another conversation for another day.
At the end of the day, you have to remember what the Bible says, and the order is God, your wife, and then your kids. And you have to stand firm in that. And that, like, that's another thing that,
Where
like,
does it say?
Sorry, I don't know what happened, but she was asking if that was actually a verse in the Bible, and then Miss Margarita was like, "Yeah, it is," but I don't know what happened to the audio, and like, you can't hear anything.
It's in the
There's
Bible.
a verse.
It's in there. There's a way to do things. But that's the other thing too. It's like, and for me, like, you know, we joke about the evil stepdad and all this stuff. We joke about please. No stepdads. But it's like, honestly, like for me, like I know me and I will choose my children every time. And that's not fair to a husband, right? Like that's not the natural way of things. But there's no man on this planet that will trump my children. Mm-hmm. Like there is no man, he passed away. He's not here anymore. Yeah. That's the only man that I would put above my children. Right. And so I know that about me. And so for me, I don't see me getting married ever. Like, and if I do, Grace will be 19 or older, right? Because it's like, these are my kids and they need me and I'm their mother. And I'm not gonna put a man,
and that's your priority,
above my children. But if I got married, like that wouldn't be right. Like it wouldn't be right to the husband, the new husband, and it wouldn't be right to the kid. So it creates this conflict.
Yeah,
right. And I know
it's the evil stepdad.
And hence is why I feel like if, like, you know, like women before they get remarried, whatever, their kids should be older. They should be older.
I don't want to say that that's a hard and fast rule because there are some
there are some cases.
Yeah, some cases that the men they just scoop up those kids and love them like they were their own.
But that is hard.
Correct. But it has happened. It's possible.
It is possible.
It's possible, but for me, it's like
not.
I'm not willing to jeopardize what I have
and to bend on you and your values.
I'm not going to do it. Yeah. It's just like, wow, this really got deep. Really. I don't know if this is like a good topic.
No, honestly, because now our podcast seems more whole and put together and not so...
I think I like the ChatGPT structure because this is good.
No, me and my ChatGPT structure, and y'all want to come for me all the time, but this is how I get things done.
Nice. She's watching that time, guys. We better wrap.
I'm not watching that time.
Yes,
So, putting a bow on it, let's wrap this up. I would just like to thank you too for featuring with us, joining our little podcast.
Thank you, ladies.
Bethany. Thank you, Miss Margarita.
I get tired of talking.
Bethany's gonna be back for more.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But thank you for your insights and your
I will leave you guys with this.
Yes.
We should be able to talk about it. It's okay to talk about our feelings. Mm-hmm. We should be able to talk about it.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes. Amen.
Preach.
Love that. All right. See you guys next time on Honestly Same.
Wait,
try that.
Okay.
Right there. Just try it from right there.
Okay.
See you guys next time on Honestly Same.
Didn't do it.
Oh.
You did. See you guys.
See you guys next time.
Because that's she always does.
Okay. Honestly.
On Honestly Same. Okay. See you guys next time
on Honestly Same.
Woohoo! Yay! That's a wrap.
Hey Muffins, welcome to the end of the video. What a journey that was. I learned a lot from that. I hope you did too. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope that you realize that your feelings and your emotions are important and you should feel them, whether you're a dude or a girl. Women do tend to have more feelings. Also, the book we were talking about, Magnetic Femininity. It's this book right here. Would totally recommend. It's an amazing book. I learned a lot. Not everything I agreed with, for sure, but it really helped me with my emotions specifically. Like that's the aspect it focuses on a lot. So check that out if you want to. Also, I want to bring up the outro really quick. I left that in there. All the things where they was like, okay, it's fine. We'll start from here. Because, listen, we do that every week, and it's hard. It takes so long. So, yeah, I did leave it. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thought it was funny, because I thought it was. But anyway, that's all. I'm going to let you go now instead of stalling. I know you love seeing my beautiful face. But anyway, love you, Muffins. Talk to you later. Bye.